One of the animals that we don't really put a lot of attention on in these episodes are turtles. Turtles are one of the most smuggled animals on the planet. These turtles are so prehistoric. Look at this tail. Look at that armor going alongside that tail all the way to the tip, almost like an armadillo's tail. They're so prehistoric. And look at those cute little fin feet. Now, snapping turtles, alongside with snapping in defense, will also give off a little nasty musk, kind of like a stink pot turtle, basically saying, I smell like crap and I don't want to get eaten. Oh yeah! Back in the day, these turtles suffered major poaching. 48 million eggs and adults were poached from the wild in a short amount of time. Over the years of the Chandler's wildlife production, we've filmed sharks, crocodiles, cranky snakes, cranky lizards, but one topic we don't cover nearly enough are turtles, one of the most trafficked animals on our planet. So in this episode, we're going to take a deep dive into my personal collection of turtles.
I like turtles.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. If you guys know me well, you know that I love to hang out with crocodiles, monitor lizards, venomous snakes. I like wildlife. One of the animals that we don't really put a lot of attention on in these episodes are turtles. Turtles are one of the most smuggled animals on the planet, facing a massive extinction rate throughout every country they are found in. Every part of the world, turtles are smuggled for the illegal food and pet trade. So that's why it's really important for episodes like this to share very important information with you guys about these amazing animals. I don't have a big turtle collection. At least at the moment, I don't have a lot of turtles. I do like turtles, but at the moment, I just have probably about like 3 or 4 specimens. Right here is one of my favorite turtles. I've had this guy for around a year plus, and he is just going around 2 years old. He's a fly river turtle from Papua New Guinea, also from northern Australia. I'm going to see if I can reach in here and grab him real quick so you guys can get a better look at him. If you guys are familiar with the channel, his name is Finn. He's a fly river turtle, also known as a pig-nosed river turtle. Let me go to this side so we can get a better angle on grabbing him. Come here, Finn. Come here. Oh my goodness, you've got so big. Alright, we got Finn the fly river turtle. Let me get down real safe. Look how big this turtle has gotten. If you guys are real familiar with the channel, you know that when I got him, he was probably about a quarter this size and fit in the palm of my hand. So exciting to see this turtle grow. He can live possibly 30 plus years, maybe even more in captivity. But it's very exciting because the older he gets, the closer he'll be to sexual maturity. It's going to take a while for him to be big enough to actually mate, but he has a girlfriend waiting for him at my buddy's place. I actually have a female fly river turtle. She's just slightly younger than this turtle. So hopefully in the future, maybe a decade from now, we'll be able to breed fly river turtles in captivity, having captive bred fly river turtles, eliminating the need for smuggling them into the countries illegally. So we want to eliminate any illegal wildlife trafficking, because fly river turtles are a species that's constantly getting illegally trafficked. So we would love to breed these animals in captivity to create insurance colonies for the species, as well as eliminate wildlife trafficking. This turtle is so much like a sea turtle, it's incredible. You look at the fins and you think it is a sea turtle. It's basically a brackish water sea turtle. Like I said, they're found in the river of Papua New Guinea. It's called the Fly River, and that's how they got that beautiful name, the Fly River Turtle. But they're also found in northern Australia, where they're called the pig-nosed river turtle because of that cute little nose they have right there. These turtles are omnivorous, eating figs that fall into the rivers, as well as eating fish. If they can, they'll chase down an injured fish and chew it up, even though they look so harmless, like they wouldn't want to hurt a fly. But they will actually eat fish, and people who keep these guys in aquariums with big, expensive fish sometimes come home to little bits and scales floating around with a happy fat turtle swimming around. These turtles are so prehistoric. Look at this tail. Look at that armor going alongside that tail all the way to the tip, almost like an armadillo's tail. They're so prehistoric. And look at those cute little fin feet. That's why his name's Finn. Very creative name, Finn the fly river turtle, because he's got those cute little fins. These animals are amazing. Not just their skin, their fins are amazing, but they actually can breathe through their shell and their skin all around. These turtles love to be in the currents because that aeration in the water is real good for them. So they love to be in those currents, be in those rivers. And that's why it's super important to make sure they have a flow in their water, they have a current to have good exercise. So at the future facility, this guy is probably going to be in like a 1,000-gallon tub or tank. and he's going to be able to swim around this big area and feel nice and free. We're going to be planting native grasses from Southeast Asia in there, as well as adding native fish like the Papuan or Southeast Asian rainbow fish. So there's all kinds of things we're going to be doing to replicate the habitat as best as possible. What's really interesting about the reproduction of these turtles is, along with a small group of animals out there, a small group of turtles out there, these guys are one of very few that only come out onto the land once in their life or annually in their life if they're females to lay eggs. Males never come out of the water, only the females come out to lay eggs, similar to alligator snapping turtles, mata turtles, sea turtles. But what's very interesting about this turtle species is that the only way that their eggs hatch is when they're triggered by monsoon season. So they actually lay their eggs up on a sandy bank, and around the right time of year, they get monsoon season, the waters overflow onto the banks, they wet all the eggs, they drag the eggs out of the sand bank, they flow into the river, and those eggs drowning in the water triggers the fly river turtle to bust out the egg, and it's time for survival. So they go straight from incubating in an egg, doing nothing for months, to boom, already in the river, ready to survive, avoiding predators. And this is amazing for the turtle survival because doing this, now they avoid getting eaten by birds and mammals and reptiles that would find them in between the nest site and the edge of the water, like sea turtles. When sea turtles hatch out, everything's going to eat them. It's a big energy boost for the ecosystem, eating all those little babies. The fly river turtle skips that step, and they go straight into the rivers. Finn is going to be a great attribute to conservation efforts in the future, and hopefully he'll be a nice daddy, right? You going to be a good dad? You going to be a good dad, Finn? Huh? Anyways, Finita, his girlfriend's doing good as well. She's been taken care of by a good friend of mine that works at a wildlife park up in Orlando. And when I move to the new facility, we'll be seeing Finita again. We'll be setting up her a big tub and him as well. They'll be separate at first because fly river turtles can be a little bit nippy with each other, especially Finn. He likes his girl a little too much. He's a biter. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna put Finn right back in the water, watch him fly away. Beautiful. So beautiful. I'm so excited to have these animals. The future of turtles is very important when it comes to conservation in zoological settings and also in the native habitats of these animals. Simply as raising animals up in captivity for the first couple months so they have a good head start, and then releasing the offspring out into the wild makes such a big difference for species. It has been a huge accomplishment for animals that were on the brink of extinction. Crocodilians, snakes, turtles, all kinds of stuff. Let's go see some other turtles. What are you doing? You hungry? You look a little chubby. You don't need some food. Oh no! Don't eat my finger, guys. You remember Thanos the snapping turtle? He's been with us for quite some time too. Let's see if I can safely grab him without him gnawing down on my finger. Behave. Let me grab you by your shell. Come here. Come over here. Come over here. I need to grab you by your shell. You're getting a little cantankerous with me. All right, he kicked up all the silt in the water. I cannot see where he is. I think he's in this corner right here. I think good grip. Make sure I don't get bit. Oh, relax. Relax. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so we got Thanos the snapping turtle. Now this species, the common snapping turtle, is not endangered. It's just a very snappy species found throughout North America, Central America, and I believe parts of South America. They are thick. They are common, and that's how they got that name. And ooh, and he smells a little musky right now. Snapping turtles, alongside with snapping in defense, will also give off a little nasty musk, kind of like a stink pot turtle, basically saying, I smell like crap and I don't want to get eaten. Oh, mamma mia. Thanos, relax. It's okay, it's okay. So the thing about snapping turtles is you can't handle them all the same. Alligator snapping turtles versus common snapping turtles, you would grab an alligator snapping turtle up by the shell right here, holding it if it was a big specimen. Common snapping turtles, sometimes people make mistakes with handling the same way. They don't realize that a common snapping turtle actually has a neck that is longer than halfway down the shell right here. So if you grab this animal up on the top of that carapace right there, then this animal can actually bite down on your fingers, flipping its whole neck back like exorcist. So it's pretty interesting that the way that these guys are drastically different in morphology when it comes to their neck versus an alligator snapping turtle, because the gator snapper can only get right around here without being able to extend its neck all the way up its shell. So it's safer to handle the alligator snapping turtle up on the top of that shell right there versus holding from the back. With the common snapping turtles, it's best to get them from the back, support from under the shell. Don't get anywhere near that first half of the shell or you're going to end up losing the tip of your finger. Now, this animal, specifically the common snapping turtle, can actually get upwards to 35 pounds and sometimes a little bit more. I think the record is like somewhere around 40 pounds. That's a pretty big turtle. But the alligator snapping turtle is the largest freshwater turtle in North America. They've been known to get over 200 pounds and living over 150 years, with some of them being found with musket bullets inside their shell from old-time turtle hunters. That is insane. So I'm going to put Thanos back because he doesn't seem to be too happy with being outside. As you can see, he's definitely doubled in size over the past year and a half or so. He's gotten really chunky. Look at that belly. You good, buddy? Hi, look at that little belly. Oh, he's so cute. He's like, don't touch me or I'll leave you snapped in half. Now, that's actually the reason I named him Thanos, because every time he eats, he leaves everything in half. Kind of like in the movies, right? I still don't forgive you for what you did to Tony Stark. All right, guys, we're gonna put him back because he's smelling real musky, like he doesn't want to hang out with us anymore. Ruth, give him a sniff. Musky. Watch your nose, Ruth. Watch your nose. All right, beautiful people, we're gonna put him back in his enclosure right now. Let him go back to the Merc. That filter should clean him up real nice in there and make that water nice and clean. Let's get him back. Watch him disappear into the Merc. Or not. It's crazy to think, where the alligator snapping turtle is a scavenger and also an ambush hunter, the common snapping turtle is a scavenger as well, but a common snapping turtle will pursue animals. It will go into hunting mode to go capture its prey. Whether that's a water snake swimming through a creek and it eats a water snake alive, or a water moccasin, or a mother duck with her babies on the surface. A common snapping turtle will sneak up under that baby, look up, grab it up. Mother duck doesn't know what happened to the babies, and a meal has been made for the snapping turtle. Common snapping turtles are an awesome species. Keep your eyes peeled when driving through the roads of North America and Central America, and make sure you don't run them over. And if you do see them, safely grab that shell. Make sure you don't grab that shell like an alligator snapping turtle, or you're going to end up losing a finger. And also, don't try to kiss him in the face. I've seen some guys try to kiss him, and I've seen a guy almost get his nose taken off. That's pretty gnarly. All right, we've got one more turtle to show you guys. I'll see you guys over by the office. All right, so this last turtle I'm going to be showing you guys is actually a bit of a secret. I've had this turtle for months now, but I haven't shown it to you guys on the channel because some of the animals I don't show off to the channel. I try to keep it for Patreon and whatnot, and then once we get to the facility, everything's going to be showcased. But this is a very special turtle. This is Potosemys expansa, the giant Amazon river turtle. This species is not just the biggest freshwater turtle in Latin America, it's also the biggest side neck turtle in its family of Potosemys. This species can actually get around 100 pounds with a huge shell that big. These guys are found in the Orinoco River Basin, but they're also found throughout the Amazon in 8 different countries. Now, back in the day, these turtles suffered major poaching. These guys are food for the native peoples along the rivers in the Amazon and the Orinoco. For the natives to be eating them, it's sustainable. But when Europeans started traveling to South America and they needed food, and they also needed things like oil to be rendered for candles, so they would take the fat from these turtles and use them for just candles. Can you believe that? A giant, beautiful turtle that can live over 100 years, and they turn it into a candle. How sad is that? In between 1848 and 1859, there were 48 million turtle eggs and adult turtles collected from the Amazon, from one area. And all these animals, the eggs were used for food, the turtles were used for candles, rendered their fat for the oil for the candles in Manaus, and most of that wasn't even used for Manaus. In that area, they didn't even need all those turtles. That huge number was actually used to sell out to the Europeans so they can get a better economy booming. So back in the day, these turtles suffered major poaching. 48 million eggs and adults were poached from the wild in a short amount of time, because 1848 to 1859 is not a long time at all to make a species nearly go extinct. This turtle, when they lay eggs, they cover the white sand beaches of their native habitat. This is an incredible sight to see, but a sight that might not be seen in the future if preservation doesn't happen. But the good thing is, with all this craziness happening in the past, it lit a fire under turtle enthusiasts' butts, basically making 89 different conservation facilities throughout the countries so they can actually rear these animals up in captivity, raise them up for the first couple months, and then turn them loose to the wild so they have a starting chance. They're big enough so they don't get eaten by birds and hopefully not crocodilians, and these guys have a starting chance of survival. This turtle right here here is roughly just around a year old or a year plus, and it's gone some good size. When I first got this turtle, he was actually the size of my palm, and now he's as big as my hand. Looking really good. Haven't thought of a name for this turtle yet, but I do plan on getting more. I just have this individual, Mr. Podosemes expansa, but I'd like to get probably a dozen more. So we have an insurance colony in captivity preserving this species here at the future facility. So that's going to be the future goal. But if you guys want to help support turtles yourself and become a bit of a conservationist in your own way, you can actually donate to the TSA, the Turtle Survival Alliance. They help protect endangered, critically endangered turtles all over our planet. They do raids where they stop people from smuggling turtles and tortoises out of Madagascar. Everything on Madagascar is endangered or critically endangered because it's only found in Madagascar. So if you guys want to help support turtles globally, support the TSA, the Turtle Survival Alliance. We got a link below. You can donate $5, $10, whatever you like. Help support our beautiful animals, because turtles are one of the most trafficked animals on our planet. And sadly, sometimes it's just to make a candle. I don't think anyone wants to make a candle out of you, right? Right? We don't want that to happen. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and most of all, don't forget to love your turtles. Oh, salmonella. Let's get him back. Watch him disappear into the murk. Or not.